Hey lads, my name is Skychrew and welcome everybody to Game Theory. It is a Minecraft episode this time. It's Minecraft Netherite from space. So we get to see now the true identity, where does Netherite exactly came from Minecraft. Of course everybody knows that there is a best way to find them. You need to be in the nether. That's where the word comes from, Netherite, to begin with. Let's check this out. The Game Theorist MatPat decided to make an episode on this. Of course, let's check this out, because we've been reacting to a lot of the Minecraft episodes from MatPat, the Game Theorist in general, and why not to this one as well. Make sure, lads, to check out MatPat's videos on the Game Theorist. They're all amazing, they have good meaning as well. And if you enjoyed this reaction, by any chance, subscribe to this channel if you want, and leave a like and share this video again. Thank you very much, and if you want to check out my Patreon from $1 and higher, you'll be able to be featured on this channel, and on my second channel. Every day I make videos, so yeah. Let's check this out. And yeah, let's just go. The Game Theorist is Minecraft Netherite from space. Boom.
Netherite, the uber strong material
super strong.
Diamond look like cobblestone.
Yep.
Material so powerful that
it's stronger.
In the depths of the scary
use the bed to sleep, but it breaks the area around.
So rare that it feels like you can only
or
find
TNT.
in your dreams.
Exactly. I was about to say it.
But why is it so hard to find? What is Netherite?
Just use TNT.
Come from? Trust me, this is no simple origin.
The Nether.
It takes us from the depths of the Nether to the reaches of outer space.
Oh yeah.
And ultimately to the secret origins of Minecraft's long-lost lore.
Ooh, spooky, dude. The Game Theory. Nothing harder than Diamond tried to wake up at 6 a.m. Hello, Internet.
Show that's doing the hard work of piecing together Minecraft's lore, because clearly Mojang ain't
nope, they're not gonna tell us.
I really want people to try to figure these things out by themselves, keeping the sense of mystery.
Well, if the Minecraft
that's
lore
nice
is supposed
then.
to be a mystery, then consider me your persistent
detective. Hey, little animation there.
A lot of Minecraft lore on the
True.
channel, covering the history of this ancient
and we reacted to some of them.
The monuments that we see throughout the world, something that kind of got confirmed by Mojang recently.
So the lowdown is these cities, they come from an ancient civilization, but are you still recording?
Oh no, that leaked, dude.
And why those soul sand valleys are even creepier than they seem. However,
yeah,
all this discussion of Nether and the wider
we
Minecraft
creeped out on it.
We haven't talked about one of the most important materials
the
that we
chests.
find down there, Netherite. Although Netherite is
the Netherite, of course.
Newest materials, only coming out in June of 2020.
Last year.
It's been a year since it was introduced. Wow, seems like it's been forever. Time is just an illusion, man. Anyway,
illusion, man.
So new. From a lore standpoint, Netherite is one of the Minecraft world's oldest mysteries. Since that update, buried deep within the Nether, you can chance upon ancient debris.
Yes.
On the word ancient.
Ancient debris.
Then smelt to form Netherite scraps.
Scraps.
Those, combined with 4 golden ingots, gets you a Netherite ingot.
Oh, really?
You can use to upgrade your diamond armor into even more powerful gear.
Amazing.
All of this then raises the obvious question: what is?
You still need to find diamond, though.
Clearly, it's supposed to be a fictional substance, but when has that stopped us before? So, what in real life is harder than a diamond? Well, nothing.
Boom.
There isn't really anything on Earth that compares. The
oh, really?
Real-world scientists use to measure hardness.
Amazing.
The Mohs hardness scale was calibrated to be a 1 to 10 measurement, with 10 being the hardest.
Decent.
And who set that level to 10 and is also the only one in that category?
Rock. The Rock.
I know that in the previous theory, I actually went on my way to prove that diamonds weren't actually the best material.
Goodbye, the crown.
Things like armor, because although they're scientifically hard, they're not necessarily tough, which is just opening up a whole other can of worms that we've already addressed. Anyway, since Mojang keeps ignoring my letters to make diamonds more realistic, diamonds are officially the strongest material for us today. So if nothing in the world is harder than diamond, what then is Netherite that makes it harder than diamond? Well,
then why?
Something that isn't from this world. In the middle of the Arizona desert, there's a massive meteor crater that's over 1.1 kilometers.
That's the size of it?
Miles in diameter.
1.1 kilometer. Let's just say in kilometers, please.
Or 560
That's a big crater, dude.
I visited myself when Stephanie and I moved across the country last year, and trust me, the numbers do not demonstrate how big this thing is. It is
that's crazy.
Massive. As far as scientists can tell, this
it's
crater was
big
formed
one.
about 50,000 years ago when an asteroid fell from orbit.
So that's the asteroid material. Netherite is an asteroid.
Not only that, but upon striking the Earth, the meteorite
Boom.
actually shattered into tons of little pieces.
Well, what else is gonna do?
Little might be a bit of a stretch. Here's me and Ollie standing next to the largest fragment ever found. As you can see, it's not so little.
That's a big fragment still.
Flying.
Considerably, I would say.
Decades hunting them down
And a lot of thousands of them were scattered.
Fragments. In 1967, though, they discovered something that was truly out of this world.
What?
Lonsdaleite, a substance that is, in fact, harder than diamond.
No!
Despite its outer space origins, lonsdaleite is actually extremely similar to diamond from a chemical perspective.
Lonsdaleite.
Diamond is just a lump of carbon that's been subjected to a lot of heat and pressure, such that the atoms bond together to form a crystalline cubic lattice structure.
And?
Lonsdaleite also starts off as a lump of carbon, but is subjected to even more intense heat and pressure.
Oh,
causing
shoot.
its atoms to bond together differently. Instead of forming a cubic lattice, it forms a hexagonal lattice, which apparently is even stronger than the cubic lattice of diamond. Theoretically, a piece of lonsdaleite with a perfect hexagonal lattice would be up to 58% harder than diamond.
Oh, that's a
The
decent.
asterisk here, though, is that the lonsdaleite fragments that we've recovered so far have just a lot of impurities, and as a result, only measure around 7 to 8 on the Mohs hardness scale. But in its pure form, lonsdaleite is basically diamond plus. They're both essentially the same material, carbon, just subjected to different levels of
heat. Yeah,
and the fact
it's understandable.
That it's so similar to an actual diamond makes it a fascinating parallel to netherite. Because remember,
is that really a
is
netherite
just
though?
something that you can create from scratch. Instead of putting together a couple of ingots on top of a stick, you need to start from the base of a diamond.
Yes, that's
sword
different. Yeah.
and add a netherite ingot. Netherite gear is just an upgraded form of diamond gear. Not only
True.
that, but the lonsdaleite recovered from that
A little bit.
50,000-year-old meteor is all in the form of scattered fragments, which I suppose one could describe as
The ancient debris,
just
yes.
like it is in Minecraft. So what?
Could
Am I
be.
saying that netherite is the
It's
remains of
possible.
ancient meteorites that fell from space? Well, as much as I'm tempted to make this episode about Minecraft's ancient aliens, the Nether is a closed ecosystem with a ceiling.
That's the
which
thing as
means
well.
It's completely cut off from outer space, so that seems pretty unlikely. Plus, the truth about lonsdaleite is even though we found it in meteorites, it's not strictly an alien substance. Remember,
Really?
it started off as regular carbon. Scientists, in fact, believe that while it was floating in space, the carbon was just simple graphite, no different from the graphite that you can find in your pencil.
Well, there you go.
Not exactly the same. The tip of your pencil is only 65%
I like the guys like
graphite, 30%
nice.
clay, and 5% wax and other resins.
Resin.
Still, basically the same idea. Anyway, thanks to the meteorite size, it was big enough to survive the heat and pressure
Wow,
of entering
wait,
our atmosphere,
amazing.
and in turn created the conditions necessary to create lonsdaleite. Now, if only there was somewhere in Minecraft that was super hot and pressurized.
Where could that be? Nether.
There is a reason it's called netherite.
Exactly.
Places like the overworld and the end simply don't have the environmental conditions necessary
Nope.
to create this stuff. Not only that, but netherite in item form
Never melts,
literally
nope.
floats
It
on
floats,
lava.
yeah.
Seems like a pretty useful property for any civilization making its home down in the nether. So was netherite made by this ancient race of builders that I keep harping
Oh,
on
that's
about?
smart, though.
I doubt it. We believe the ancient builders to have come to the nether centuries ago. They built the nether fortresses that we find, storing
True.
their loot in their chests. They farmed netherwort to feed their pigs, and they did weird experiments to revive the souls of their fallen comrades.
Yeah, but it
So
turned out
through
bad.
it all, netherite and ancient debris are nowhere to be found. You never just see it lying around a fortress or used to fortify any
Nobody found it.
defenses. It's not found in any chest. It could be that Mojang just never updated the nether fortresses, but they never have been afraid to change old elements to include new ones. For example,
Time to
the
craft.
ground now don't drop gold, but copper, which feels like a pretty major change. So it must be
Yeah?
a purposeful decision to not include those elements in the nether fortress, meaning that the ancient builders aren't
That'll
the
be too
ones
easy,
that
I
were
think, for
looking
people to
for.
make
However,
an
in a
armor.
surprising twist, Mojang did actually hint at some of the lore implications when the nether update happened back in 2020. Take a look at this. Quote, Piglins mined it all out. Now the only way to obtain it is
No.
by salvaging netherite scrap from ancient debris. The
So Piglins did
mine
it.
blocks. This is not a mechanic that we ever see in the game.
No.
Piglins can hunt, they can barter, they can even dance, but we never
The
see
da- the
them
dance.
fight, which means this isn't a game mechanic, but lore. Sweet juicy lore. If
Oh,
they're
no,
interested
there
in
it is.
mining, as well as the other things that we just mentioned, what else could they do? How about starting a civilization? Think about it.
No,
There isn't
really?
just one type of piglin. Much like villagers and illagers, there are a couple of variations of piglins.
Pillagers.
Mainly the piglin brute. They hunt in teams, they celebrate together in victory, plus they're able to barter with us for resources. If
That's
this
kinda
isn't a
crazy.
Society, well then, I don't know what you're defining a society as. But it doesn't stop
We
there.
live in a
Piglins are
society.
found all over the
I
nether.
mean,
There's
they
one one very particular place where they're found congregating. Bastion remnants.
Oh, of course, the bastions.
Aren't entirely in one piece.
But they're difficult. They're very difficult. You find one, you need to be careful.
Piglins have been able to form societies, build civilizations, and defend against intruders. Who then were the intruders?
Very goodly.
The fact that piglins are immediately hostile to you, the
oh yeah,
player,
and they hurt.
that they're at war.
They hurt a lot.
Ancient builders, our ancestors. This would first of all explain the ruined state of the bastions, but would also explain what all the natural netherite was mined for in the first place. If they're under attack, netherite would provide them the perfect defense. The ancient builders were using
but we didn't see the netherite in their fortresses, like their little
made of netherite parts.
place.
Fire resistant, it's perfect for being built into the landscape of the nether, and it's super strong. However, like most natural resources, it will eventually begin to run out. Their defenses weaken, and although netherite is stronger than diamond, it's not indestructible. So with no netherite left to replace the broken parts, the bastions fall.
The bastions, that's what I mean.
Ruin. The piglins seem to have won the war. I mean, look who's still kicking around the nether in the present day.
True.
But they lost the most valuable resource that they had in
yeah.
the process. As centuries passed, those bastions that fell became buried underground, much like the ancient cities that exist in our world. But with netherite's fire resistance, any broken scraps that were left in the bastions would survive the lava flows and ground shifts, so it would never really decompose, leaving us with the ancient debris buried deep
debris, there it is!
Today. Something else I always thought was weird about the bastions is that you can find netherite and ancient debris in the chests, but not netherite tools or armor.
At least?
It does kind of make sense. There are no diamonds in the nether, so they had no means to make netherite gear, but they had plenty of gold, so they could make ingots and blocks in order to fortify their bastions. It would also explain the piglins' affinity for gold.
So there's affinity.
A netherite ingot, 4 scraps, and 4 gold
the scraps.
No,
but at least they have the netherite, though.
The piglins have resorted to making a netherite alloy of sorts, using one of the other natural resources that they have down in the nether, gold, which is why they're willing
they like gold. They always trade you with some good stuff.
They're trying to
they even give you energy ender pearls. But how did they find that? Well, yeah, that's understandable now.
And their hatred still stands today. Why else would they be immediately hostile to you?
Oh my god. I'm sorry, lads.
Kind has already been down here before and brought ruin to their thriving society. Piglins get especially mad when you try
Piglins are mad, yep.
Bastion chests. Now you're trying to steal the limited resources that they
have.
Limited
resources, spooky resources.
They've even trained piglin brutes to not be blinded by gold.
Well, yeah, they don't care. No.
In the end, much like we find ourselves,
there's too much.
Together clues that we find throughout Minecraft to construct a history of this world. The piglins themselves might be in the same position.
The piglins are angry.
Together remnants of their past in order
the brute force warriors, the brute piglins are strong. I believe your theory. A nice theory. You're welcome. Thanks for making this video. I like this episode a lot because it has a good meaning behind it, and it kind of makes sense the most, I would say. Because clearly, there's no diamonds in the nether, and they cannot create their own armor and weapons. That's a strong, strong belief, and that's strong proof for sure. Like, not even doubting that. 100% sure. The way that maybe, that's also correct that they fighted the civilizations, yes, but that's because they did create the portals. We already seen it because the portals are scattered around the world as well. Just randomly like this, and you can just... They're half broken. The portals are half broken, so that's maybe another reason. But they're the ancestors, the other characters that we like, this ancient civilization of our ancestors, as Steve, Alex, that we play, the other one before us, obviously were in Nether, and they clearly tried to fight the piglins, and they had to find some material to try their best to do something about it. But it's kind of weird that Piglin trades with us, but the warrior, the brute piglin, the brute one, I think you call him, those in the bastions, those are angry immediately. So I think there's a different type of level of, I would say, progression or evolution between them. So these are more mature and like more stronger and like more smarter piglin version. And they had their own strongholds and their own like armor. They like developed some kind of golden armor and stuff like that. But they build out of a netherite an actual... strong, like actual, like bastions. That's pretty cool to see. Anyways, lads, hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, share this video again, tell your friends about the channel, and I'll see y'all tomorrow with another video. Be cool, that's the awesome. Thanks for watching. And hey, that's just a theory, a game theory.
it forms a hexagonal lattice, which apparently is even stronger than the cubic lattice of diamond. Theoretically, a piece of lonsdaleite with a perfect hexagonal lattice would be up to 58% harder than diamond. The big asterisk here, though, is that the lonsdaleite fragments that we've recovered so far have just a lot of impurities, and as a result only measure around 7 to 8 on the Mohs